guys, I wanted to share with you one of my favorite products I've been using since I've started calligraphy. Back before they were sending me stuff, Ferris Wheel Press was where I would go to treat myself. All of their inks are very shimmery and just a real treat. They are actually made for fountain pens, so that's what I'm going to show you today is the fountain pen. But just look at the packaging, it's so fun and so many details in every little package. So a beautiful selection of inks. That these ones here are made for fountain pens. If you haven't played with fountain pens before, I'm going to show you that today. But exciting news for those that just use dip pens. For calligraphers, they did come out with a calligraphy specific ink, and it looks like this. So this is calligraphy ink. It will say on the label professional calligraphy ink, and then it will also say, I believe it says on here, maybe it's on the bottom. Oh, yeah, it should not be used in fountain pens. So calligraphy ink is much more opaque and thick, so it cannot be used in the fountain pen. But the fountain pen ink can be used in the fountain pen and also with calligraphy pens. And then I also use, because these colors are so just so pretty and so shimmery, I also use these colors with my watercolor brushes. So you can see here, I haven't mixed this one yet, you can see how shimmery they are. So these fountain pen inks I use with fountain pens, with paint brushes, watercolor brushes, with my calligraphy dip pens, and then they work beautifully. There's some more shimmer you can see. They work beautifully with glass dip pens also. And then just to reiterate though, the brand new calligraphy ink they just launched will not work with anything but your calligraphy nibs. So don't try putting this one in your fountain pen ink. They also have a beautiful line of pens. That's what I'm going to show you today. And here is just their ballpoint pen, and I just love all of their, it came in this beautiful package, and all of their hardware goes right with their branding. So these are like the pieces of the Ferris wheel. I have this beautiful Ferris wheel ink holder, and then they just are launching, pre-orders are open now, I believe, for their inkwell. It's like a carousel that spins, so that's really beautiful. And then here is another, like a step up from the pen I'm going to show you. So there's this carousel fountain pen, and then this is called the brush fountain pen. So just a little bit higher quality, made with some different materials. The nib and the, here we go, the nib and the casing is going to be a little bit different. So let me show you how we're going to use this. So you can see this was like a little bit fancier, a lot heavier. This one that I'm showing you today would be like something I use for journaling, bullet journaling, just writing thank you notes, something I would use for everyday use. So if you're a calligrapher like me who hasn't really used fountain pens a lot, just because I have my calligraphy pens, that's what I typically pick up. But these are a great alternative just to have handy all the time, and then you don't have to get your ink out all the time. So essentially you have your cap, which you'll want to replace that if you're not using it. And then this is the body here. This, just like in calligraphy, is your nib. This one's going to have a little bit of flex, but not like a calligraphy nib would, but still going to have a beautiful ball point and a little bit of flex. So your nib, this is the grip, and then if I open it even further, inside you have what's called a converter. So that's going to be the same in both styles. That again, this was the brush fountain pen, and then this is the carousel fountain pen. So you've got your cap, your barrel, body, and then the nib and the grip. If I open this up, whoop, inside you will have the converter, and then at the bottom of the converter here is what you would call like the mouth where the ink comes out. So that is going to be inserted This is going to be refillable, so that's what's so handy. You just keep your ink stored in there. When it runs out, you can put one of the other lovely colors in. So this is going to go into the grip area. And then you can put your body barrel piece back on and your cap. So those are the pieces to your fountain pens and how you can assemble and disassemble them. And then I'm going to show you, oh, here's one other thing. This cap on the brush fountain pen is going to screw, whereas this cap is a click cap. Okay, so I'm going to show you the matching ink that goes with this Tumultuous Tides. It's a brand new ink they are releasing, and every month I'm just blown away by the packaging and the colors again. So okay, so on each package it will tell you kind of the base is a teal color, a black sheen, a silver shimmer, and then it reminds you to rinse the pens with color when you're switching, or sorry, to rinse the pens with water when you're switching to a new color. And you might have noticed that shimmer right when I took it out. Oh, they're all so shimmery. I just love them. So you're going to give it a good shake. And then your pen, take the body off if you're ready to fill it. And you can just leave your converter in the base. And then this, what do we call this? Like the rod, the knob piece needs to go all the way down. Kind of like, it's like a syringe. So that's going to go down. And then we're going to turn it the opposite way to pull the ink up. So that's going to be seated in there. So you want to make sure that you don't take out that plastic seal that comes in the caps. One of mine had been seated here and I thought it was just like for the initial packaging, and I took it out, but then it easily spills out of the cap. So leave that seal in there if for some reason it comes out. Okay, and then I can place my my nib down in there. And let me turn my camera so you can see this. Okay, that camera angle was bad, so I disassembled it, and I'm going to show you how a couple different ways you can do this. So Ferris Wheel Press on their website tells you to, just put the converter back in, and then you can dip the whole nib grip part into the ink, and then when I twist back up slowly, it's going to fill it with ink. And that air pocket at the top is going to be a normal thing. Okay, so you have that air pocket, the converter filled up with ink. Whoops, see when I pushed that in, the ink came out. This is what I don't like about filling it this way, is it seems to be a little bit more messy because the ink is just right there ready to go. So there's a bonus to that. The ink is right there in the nib ready to go, but then sometimes when you're filling it up, I notice that you get some blobs from filling it through the nib. So another way that you can fill it, this is how I usually do it, is I just disassemble the whole thing. So if you were changing colors, you would empty this out, fill it with water, clean it out. There we go. So one way that I like to do it is I just, rather than putting it in the nib holder part, I just like to fill up the converter just like this, to put the tip in the nib or the mouth and then fill it up. There's a couple reasons I like that. You get a little more ink that way. But then you do, when you put it back in, because the ink hasn't already been on the nib like it was the other way, you do have to kind of prime it and give it one little twist. You can either, oh, there we go. You can hold it over the jar to get it going, or usually just like one twist is good. So I'll show you, and then with that twist, it should be ready to write. So this pretty turquoise color, again, is the Tumultuous Tides, and the pen, the fountain pen, is the matching pen. it has this lovely shimmer. So I want to shake this up really good so you can get a good swatch of it. And I'm going to grab my paintbrush and show you what it looks like. Okay, I just wanted to swatch this so that you could see the shimmer in it. And again, it can be used with the dip pens, calligraphy dip pens, your glass dip pens. Let me spread this out, you can see that. Your paintbrushes, it works good with like a ruling pen, broad edged nibs, because it's really juicy. And your fountain pens, of course. So I'm going to let that dry there and then show you the shimmer in it. And then if you use your fountain pens quite a bit, you can just leave the ink in there, put your cap on so that it doesn't like gunk up the nib right away. But if you happen to leave it in there too long and haven't cleaned it out, you can put the nib, you can just place this like in a cup of water to soften up the ink. And clean out this reservoir with water and flush water through this system right here. So if you haven't used it in a while, or if you need to change colors, then clean it out with some fresh water, and you can leave that sitting in water to soften up the ink if you need to. Okay, I think this is pretty much dry, so I can show you the shimmer here. So you can see how beautiful when you use your paintbrush, if you want to add it to your watercolor art, and then if you're just using it for like fountain pens for your bullet journaling or whatever it might be, it just adds this really beautiful shimmer. So definitely try them out, let me know what you think, and I'll leave a link below to save a little bit in the shop if you purchase through my link. Thanks guys for watching. Let me know how you love it, and if this is your first time trying fountain pens or calligraphy pens, don't forget that I have a monthly calligraphy and hand lettering subscription that will teach you all kinds of different tools and scripts, and we have a lot of fun. So definitely check it out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.